So in this one I'm going to show you how to make contour lines and how to make sections based on the height map that we just loaded in. I am going to delete this one because it consists of 2 maps and it's a bit too large to do this right now just for this tutorial. So I'm going to throw in, let's say, this map. It's the bottom one. And when you click it, you just type in contour. And I believe, yeah, it's on a raster extraction, so it should be somewhere here around analysis or something like that. Maybe extraction. Oh yeah, you can also clip raster, so you can zoom in and clip it, so it makes it of a small area. Maybe it's good if I show this first. So let's say we want contour lines only of this top part. Raster extraction. Clip by extent, yes, clipping extent, no, clip extent, okay, to save the file, say clipped, and then run. Okay, missing clipping extent. Oh, use canvas extent. And then hit run. I believe it will clip it. Okay, it has clipped it. So I'm going to delete this one. Now we have a smaller map. So contour, double click it. The interval is the every so much meters you want a line. I will just put it for this one. On every 2 meters we want 1 contour line. Attribute name, yes, and save it to a file. Let's call it height data. You need to make better file names than I'm doing right now. It's a good thing to always put behind the data what it is. So underscore, and because these are lines, I will give it a L. So P for points, L for lines. And I don't know, something else for the shapes. Yes, save, and then run. It might take a while, so I will pause it for just a minute. Oh no, it's already done, never mind. So close, and as you can see, it made every 2 meters, so this is not, well, you can see it here. Every 2 meters there's 1 height line. You can make it more specific for the needs that you need, but this will do for now. Okay, and in the same way you could export it by export to DXF. You can do right click, export to DXF, save features as, and then as a shape file, or I mean as a DXF file if you would want to, but I'm not sure why it's not showing up now. I believe it was somewhere here, but I cannot find it. Ah well, you can export it to a DXF from this area. So I'm just gonna, and of course also through the layout manager. I don't know what that was. So let me see. Oh yeah, it's not in view now. You get the point, you can export it this way there too. Okay, so delete this one. I'm going to make some sections. So we go to plugins, manage and install plugins. I believe it's called Profile. Profile tool, yes. Install the plugin. Okay, something's going on. Okay, it should be here, this button. You add a layer. And because we had the clip selected, it has added the clip layer. You can do it by temporary polylines. So that means if you just take a line and double click the end, you get the height. So somewhere around here, this you can see it move. You get all the heights, and probably what no data is just shows like all the way to the end. So this is with the temporary polyline. You can also do a selected polyline, but for that we first need to make a new layer. So you make a new layer by shapefile layer, save it somewhere. Let me just do this over here. These are going to be the points where we're going to make the sections. So sections location, for example. The field name would be section number. NO. It's going to be a line, and it's going to have the project CRS, the Amersfoort one. And this is about it. So you press OK, you made a new one, and then you press this toggle editing and create new lines. Now I want a section from here to double click as the, one click and then right click to end it, give it ID number of 1, and we would want a section of, I don't know, something like this, and give it an ID number of 2, and we stop the editing. When you open a attribute table, you see 1, 2. These are the IDs that we just put in. Okay, so we open this one again, and selected polyline. You go on the layer that you need, and when you select it, oh wait, first need to add a layer. And now when we select a polyline, it shows us that section, as you can see. So this one shows this, and that one shows that. Here you can select how you want to export it. We're going to export a 3D DXF line of this section. You can do this for you have to do this for every or each one. So file name section 1, and I believe it's exporting, or it already did. Let me see. Where did I save that? Height section 1. Height section 1, there it is. And we're going to use SketchUp for this. Import. Go to your file. See height. A DXF. We want to load that. So that's section. Okay, and it moved it towards the beginning of the, so it's not geo-referenced right now. You could select that. Let me just go back and show you import DXF, and when you go to options, you can preserve drawing origin, and it will be geo-referenced, but for now it doesn't matter. So I press OK, open and close this. So now you can see the section, and it is actually, when you look at it from the top, it is just a straight line. I believe something called view. Let me see. You see it's and it's just a straight line. Only when you look at it from sideways, you can see that it actually has some height. So what we need to do is look at it from the top. Use the rotate tool, put it at the end point, take it all the way to the end of this and straighten it out. So now it's standing straight on the plane. And now we have to look at from the side. Let me just delete this fellow over here. Like this, and now we watch it from this side and we turn it like that, and probably it's not straight yet, so you need to do this a couple of times and find the best way to do this. Sometimes I mess it all up too. So I'm just putting this down. It has to be on the 0 point, or else in AutoCAD you will get some trouble with drawing. Let's explode this just to be sure. Let's group it again. Let me see, where does it make a group? And I believe that it is, if you make it parallel, the camera, parallel projection, I believe it is straight on the line. So when we look it from the top, we can see the section. Now, if you had File and then Export, 3D model, you have to look from the top or else it will come in differently in AutoCAD. So look from the top in parallel projection and export DWG. I think that's okay. And then call it section 1. And I believe now we have section 1 here as a DWG file. And once it opens, that's the opening. In the meanwhile, you can export this. Let me see, save features as in DXF. Yeah, this is where it is. And then we can call this section locations. Save it and save it. We'll just see in a minute why I'm doing this. Yes. Okay, so we got our section over here. That's nice. And now I'm gonna create, I'm gonna save it again. We create a new file. Yeah, sure. Now, first of all, make sure that your units are in unitless. And open the XREF panel, so we type XREF, and then we get this panel. Import the DWG file, so we're going to import our Utrecht file. And you see that this block is unitless, that's why we put in our units also as unitless. Do not specify on screen, do not specify on screen, and then hit OK. You won't see it when you hit Z of zoom and E of extend. It will come where it needs to. And then we go to, I believe, yeah, section locations. We first need to save it into zoom extend. Where is it? There. Into a DWG. And then again here. Import section location. Okay, I think I did not make the section where I should make it. Where is it? Okay, something is off. Let me just quickly check if this is correct. How many meters? 20 meters, okay. Detach. You'll probably run in the same problems as I am now. Section locations. This unit is in inches, so that's kind of odd. I'm not sure why that's the case. Let me just try again. Sections, locations, units. This one is inches. Let's put it also on unitless. And then save it. And let's try it again. Section locations. And it should come up in the right place. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, I did not do it. It's quite smart. I needed to do it on this. but it gets your section locations where you made them in the GIS software. And then also you can put in your actual section in through the XREF. That's how you get your section inside of AutoCAD, and in the same way it applies to getting your height lines and stuff like that also in AutoCAD. See you in the next tutorial.